Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube. I'm back with another. Uh, my bad. Hey YouTube. I am back again with another live video. Y'all know, somewhat throughout March, I have been trying my best to stay consistent in doing these Women's Month videos where I just pick random women and like random public female figures, famous women, and I read about them. So I just wanted to keep it in Philly because I know who did I do in Philly? I believe I did Jill Scott and somebody else. Uh, um. Anyway, so today I'm gonna do another female from Philadelphia. I decided that I wanted to do Tammi Terrell. Um, Before I read her biography, I believe I learned about Tammi Terrell in school. Like, don't get me wrong, I've heard her music before, of course, because I knew who Marvin Gaye was. And I always listened to Motown music. And um, I remember hearing songs like Ain't No Mountain High Enough and Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing and stuff like that. And I always would listen to songs and hear female vocals and wonder who the women were. So I remember just going through random songs, and yeah, I believe I probably was in high school, Delta, of course, but yeah, I believe I was in high school, and that's when I eventually found out who Tammy Terrell was. Just learning about different women and doing like Black History assemblies and Women's Month assemblies, and I always had interest in learning about women. So my teachers and staff members would put me on different people, and after listening and finding out a lot more about Tammy Terrell, who she was, what she went through, and stuff like that, I quickly became a fan, and I would always look at her pictures and do research on her. Same thing goes for Florence Ballard and many other women. But Tammy Terrell is definitely one of them. I've watched Unsung as well, and I know they spoke of her on Unsung and a few other places. So I said, why not pick her and read about her? Because I don't think did I do Tammy Terrell on my channel before, or did I speak on her on my channel before? I don't know. I might have. I don't remember, but if I did, I'm gonna do it again. I don't mind. Anyway, so she was born Thomasina Winifred Montgomery on August 29th, 1945. Passed away March 16th, 1970. Professionally known as Tammy Terrell. She was an American singer-songwriter, widely known as a star singer for Motown Records during the 1960s, notably for the series of duets with singer Marvin Gaye. Terrell began her career as a teenager, first recording the Skepter Wine, first recorded for Skepter Wine Records before spending nearly 9 months as a member of James Brown Review, recording for Brown's Traumi label. After attending college, Terrell recorded briefly for Checker Records before signing with Motown in 1965. With Gaye, she scored 7 top 40 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including Ain't No Mile and High Enough, which was into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, and You're All I Need to Get By. Terrell's career was interrupted when she collapsed into Gay's arms as the two performed at the concert for Hamden City College on October 14th, 1967. Terrell was later diagnosed with a brain tumor and had 8 unsuccessful surgeries before dying on March 16th, 1970 at the age of 24. This is a beautiful picture of Tammi Terrell in 1968. Tammi Terrell is also seen as my thumbnail for those who may not know who she was or what she looked like. Once again, her name was Thomasina Winifred Montgomery. Excuse me, Montgomery. Once again, she was born April 29th, 1945, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She died March 16th, 1970, at the age of 24 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Her resting place is Mount Lawn Cemetery in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania. I know a lot of people on YouTube have went to her resting place and did they tribute videos because a lot of people who do videos like that, um, her occupation was singer-songwriter. Her years active was 1960 and 1969. Her relatives is Bob Montgomery, who is her uncle, and Bob Montgomery was a an American lightweight boxer, and he is known as the Philadelphia Bobcat. And that's a quick little picture of him with his fist up. As for her musical career, her genres was R&B and soul. Her instrumentals, vocals. Her labels was Skepter, Wine, Try Me, Checker, Motown, and Tamla. Thomasina Winifred Montgomery was born in Philadelphia to Jeannie Nee Grant and Thomas Montgomery. Jeannie was an actress and Thomas was a barbershop owner and local politician. According to her sister, their mother was mentally ill. Terrell was the older of two siblings. According to the unsung documentary, her sister Ludy said her parents thought Terrell would be a boy and therefore she would be named after her father. When Terrell was born, her parents settled for the name Thomasina, nicknaming her Tommy. Terrell later changed it to Tammy after seeing the film Tammy and the Bachelor and hearing his theme song Tammy at the age of 12. According to Louis' book, My Sister Tommy, The Real Tammi Terrell, Terrell was raped by 3 boys at the age of 11. Around this time, she started to have migraine headaches. While it's not thought to be as significant at the time, family members later stated that these headaches might have been related to her later diagnosis of brain cancer. Terrell attended Germantown High School in Philadelphia. I thought she went to Simon Gratz. I don't know. In 1960, Terrell signed under the Warren subsidiary of Scepter Records after being discovered by Luther Dixon. She recorded the ballad If You See Bill under the name Tammy Montgomery and did demos for the Shirelles. After another single, Terrell left the label. Having been introduced to James Brown, she signed a contract with him and began singing backup for his review concert tours. In 1961, Terrell created the group The Sherries. In late 1962, she was kicked out due to multiple disputes. Eventually, they went their separate ways, and the Sherries moved on without Terrell. In 1963, she recorded the song I Cried. Released on Brown's Try Me Records, it became her first charting single, reaching number 99 on the Billboard Hot 100. Terrell later signed with Checker Records and released the Burt Burns produced If I Would Marry You, a duet with Jimmy Radcliffe, which Terrell co-composed. Following this relative failure, Terrell announced a semi-retirement from the music business. Terrell enrolled in the University of Pennsylvania, where she majored in pre-med, staying at the school for 2 years. In the middle of this, Terrell was asked by Jerry Butler to sing with him in a series of shows and nightclubs. After Butler arranged to assure Terrell that she could continue her schooling, she began touring with Butler. In 1965, during the performance at the 20 Grand Club in Detroit, she was spotted by Motown CEO Berry Gordy, who promised to sign her to Motown. Terrell agreed and signed to Motown on April 29, 1965, her 20th birthday. I Can't Believe You Love Me became Terrell's first R&B top 40 single, followed almost immediately by Come On and See Me. In 1966, Terrell recorded two future classics, Stevie Wonder's All I Do Is Think About You, and the Isley Brothers' This Old Heart of Mine Is Weak for You. After the release of her first single on Motown, Terrell joined the Motown Revue, opening for the Temptations. In early 1967, Motown hired Terrell to sing duets with who had achieved duet success with Mary Wells and Kim Weston, as well as having recorded duets with Oma Hurd. During recording sections, Gay recorded later that he did not know how gifted Terrell was until they began singing together. The duets were first recorded separately. For sessions of their first recording, the Ashford and Simpson composition Ain't No Mountain High Enough, both Gay and Terrell recorded separate versions. Motown remixed the vocals and edited out the background vocals, giving just Gay and Terrell vocal dominance. The song became a crossover pop hit in the spring of 1967, reaching number 19 on the Billboard Hot 3 on the R&B charts and making Terrell a star. Their follow-up, Your Precious Love, became an even bigger hit, reaching number 5 on the pop chart and number 2 on the R&B chart. The duo scored another top 10 single with If I Could Build My Whole World Around You, which peaked at number 10 on the pop chart and number 2 on the R&B chart. The song's B-side, the Marvin Gaye composition If This World Were Mine, became the modest hit on both charts, number 68 pop, number 27 R&B. Are included on Gay and Terrell's first duet album, United, released in the late summer of 1967. Throughout 1967, Terrell became a vocal and performance inspired shy and laid-back Gay who hated live performing. The duo also performed together on television shows to their hits. The number one R&B duo in Cashbox magazine annual year-end survey in 1970. In 1967, the Funk Brothers supported Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell's live show as band. While Terrell was being established as a star, the migraines and headaches she had suffered from since childhood were becoming more constant. While Terrell complained of pain, she insisted to people close to her that she was well enough to perform. However, on October 14th, 1967, while performing Your Precious Love with Gay at Hampton Sydney College, just outside the town of Farmville, Virginia, Terrell collapsed into Marvin Gaye's arms on stage. Shortly after her return from Virginia, doctors diagnosed a malignant tumor on the right side of her brain. Terrell underwent brain surgery at Graduate Hospital in Philadelphia on January 13th, 1968. After recovering from her first surgery, Terrell returned to Hitsville Studios in Detroit and recorded You're All I Need to Get By. Both that song and Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing reached #1 on the R&B charts. Despite Terrell's optimism, her tumor worsened, requiring more surgeries. By 1969, Terrell had retired from live performances as doctors had ordered her not to perform due to her tumors. Motown issued Terrell's first and only solo album, Irresistible, in early 1969. Terrell was too ill to promote the recordings. The album had no new repertoire. The all tracks had been recorded earlier and shelved for some time. Both Marvin Gaye and Valerie Simpson gave production of Terrell's and Gaye's third album together, Easy, went about. According to reports, had become too ill due to her that she could not record, and Motown opted to have Valerie Simpson sub in for Terrell. This report was repeated in the book Marvin Gaye, What's Going On in the Last Days of the Motown Sound. Gay would later say that the move was another money-making scheme on BG's part. BG standing for Barry Gordy. So it seems like a lot of people ain't mess with Barry Gordy. They ain't like him. Valerie Simpson, on the other hand, stated that the Ellen Terrell was brought into the studio when she was strong enough to record over Simpson's God vocals, insisting Terrell had sung on the album. Easy produced the singles Good Loving, Ain't Easy to Come By, What You Gave Me, California Soul, and the UK top 10 hit, The Onion Song. Late in 1969, Terrell made her final public appearance at the Apollo Theater where Marvin Gaye performed. As soon as Gaye spotted Terrell, he rushed to her side and the duo began singing You're All I Need to Get By together. The public gave them a standing ovation. I'll read this part. There's a quote on the side from Otis Williams that I would like to read. Otis Williams of the Temptations. It said David Ruffin could sometimes be rough on the lady. You hear and see things when you're out on the road like we were. We all knew about Timmy and James Brown. We knew how James Brown was about women, that he would flip a woman's ass. And back then, you wouldn't ever get a woman's side, so that people would assume, fairly or not, he flipped her ass because she provoked him to. Okay, interesting. Anyway, in 1962, 17-year-old Terrell became involved in an abusive relationship with James Brown, who was 12 years her senior. One night on the road in 1963, Terrell left Brown after he assaulted her for not watching his entire performance. Bobby Bennett, former member of the famous Flames, witnessed the incident. He beat Tammi Terrell terribly. She was bleeding, shedding blood. Tammy left him because she didn't want her butt whipped, said Bennett. Um, I mean, I heard this story. I actually read the Tammi Terrell book that her sister wrote, and I read it twice. I think I bought it some years ago. I don't know whatever happened to it. And I also got it from another free library in Philadelphia that I used to go to with my brother, well, one of my brothers and his girlfriend at the time. Um, and I heard this story plenty of times by Bobby Bennett claiming that he witnessed James Brown putting his hands on Tammi Terrell. And one thing I always disliked and hated is the fact that why was all these men around um back in the day, these men who are groups or maybe they are solo singers, all y'all men was around watching these women get beat and y'all really ain't do nothing about it. But then wait all these years later to say, oh, I witnessed this or I witnessed that and he did this and he did that. Why didn't y'all do anything about it? She's 17, 18 years old. He's probably like in his 20s, 12 years her senior, and he's just beating her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then y'all want to say, oh, well, we heard about what James Brown did, and we know David Ruffin did. Why wasn't y'all doing anything about it? I don't know. It just irritates the hell out of me. Anyway, during the Motortown Review in 1966, Terrell embarked on a torrid romance with the Temptations' lead singer David Ruffin. That year, Terrell accepted Ruffin's surprise marriage proposal. After Terrell announced their engagement on stage during the appearance together, she discovered that he was already married. Ruffin had a wife, three children, and another girlfriend in Detroit. The revelation and Ruffin's drug addiction led to violent arguments. Terrell told Ebony magazine in 1969 that she believed her emotional state during this relationship was a contributing factor to her headaches, which came after quarrels. In 1967, Terrell ended their relationship after Ruffin hit her in the head with his motorcycle helmet. It was ru- it was rumored that Ruffin also hit Terrell in the head with a hammer, which further complicated her unknown condition. This rumor was disputed in Terrell's Unsung episode. At the time of Terrell's death, she was engaged to Ernest Ernie Garrett. He was a doctor at the hospital where Terrell had been treated. Due to ongoing complications resulting from a brain tumor, by early 1970s, Terrell was using the wheelchair, experienced blindness and hair loss, and weighed only 93 pounds. Is 42 kg for 42 kilograms or something? I don't. Mm. Um, Following her eighth and final operation on January 21st, 1970, Terrell went into a coma. She died on March 16th at the age of 24. Terrell's funeral was held at the James Methodist Church in Philadelphia. At the funeral, Gay delivered a final eulogy while You're All I Need to Get By was playing. According to Terrell's fiance, Dr. Ernest Ernie Garrett, who knew Gay, Terrell's mother, Jeannie, angrily barred everyone at Motown from her funeral except for Gay, whom she felt was Terrell's closest friend. She blamed most of the label for failing to protect her from Dare Ruffin during their relationship. Terrell was interred at Mount Lawn Cemetery in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania. Gay reportedly never fully got over Terrell's death, according to several biographers who have stated that Terrell's death led Gay into depression and drug abuse. In addition, his classic album What's Going On, a reflective, low-key work that dealt with mature themes, released in 1971, was in part a reaction to Terrell's death. Terrell and Marvin Gaye was nominated for Best Rhythm and Blues Group Performance, Vocal or Instrumental, for their song Ain't No Mountain High Enough at the 10th Annual Grammy Awards in 1968. The song was later inducted into the Grammys Hall of Fame in 1999. Her studio albums was The Early Show with Chuck Jackson. The record label was One in 1967. United with Marvin Gaye, US 69, peak chart positions, US 69, US R&B for Tamla. Then 1969, Irresistible, US Unknown, um, US R&B, 39 for Motown. Then Easy with Marvin Gaye, 184 US Unknown for US R&B, and then Tamla. Compilation albums. 1970, Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell's Greatest Hits. US, the peak chart positions is 171 US R&B 17, UK 60 from Tamla. That's 1970. 1980, Superstar Series Volume 2 with Marvin Gaye. Everything is Unknown, Motown 200, excuse me, 2000. I'm sorry. 20th Century Masters, the Millennium Collection, the best of Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell. Motown 2001, the Essential Collection, Spectrum, the Complete Duets with Marvin Gaye, Motown. 2010, Come On and See Me, the Complete Solo Collection, Hippo Select. 2011, Icon Love Songs with Marvin Gaye, Motown. Then here go a list of songs, well, singles. 1961, If You See Bill, The Early Show. 1962, Voice of Experience. 1963, I Cried. 1964, If I Would Marry You. 1965, I Can't Believe You Love Me. 1966, Come On and See Me. What a Good Man He Is. Ain't No Mountain High Enough with Marvin Gaye. Oh, that's all 1967. Starting from What a Good Man He Is. Your Precious Love with Marvin Gaye. If I Could Build My Whole World Around You with Marvin Gaye. 1968, If This World Were Mine, Marvin Gaye. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing with Marvin Gaye. Did I say 1969 and 1960? I'm sorry. You're All I Need to Get By, Marvin Gaye. Keep On Loving Me, Honey, Marvin Gaye. This Whole Heart's Mine. I mean, I can't talk. This old heart of mine is weak for you. You ain't living till you're loving with Marvin Gaye. Good loving ain't easy to come by with Marvin Gaye. Oh, that's all 1969. Damn. What You Gave Me with Marvin Gaye. The Onion Song of Marvin Gaye. 1970, California Soul. with Marvin Gaye. So that is pretty much the by of Tammi Terrell. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Share my videos with friends and family, and I'll get back to y'all with more Women's Month videos and other videos. May Tammi Terrell rest peacefully. Please feel free to tell me your favorite Tammi Terrell song. Excuse me, Tammi Terrell song, or was her solo, or her and Marvin Gaye. Give me your Tammi Terrell memories if you have one. Just let me know what you like about her. But like I said, I'll get back to you on next video.